Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to Sonic the Hedgehog 4 Episode 1 on the Nintendo Wii. So yeah, I'm going to be playing this game that has been quite criticized when it came out, especially by me, for example. I'm gonna put Retro, simple as that, as my name. So yeah, the game itself was promising at first, but it showed many flaws, and I will try to be descriptive, but at the same time, not an asshole, right? By the way, I am not going to be collecting the 7 emeralds. I mean, I will try to get them. I will be playing some of the bonus stages for you to see how they are. But I don't intend to get all the emeralds in this run. Actually, this is one of the positive aspects. You can recover most of the rings that you have collected once you get hit. Remember in the traditional Sonic games, even if you have, I don't know, 30 rings, you can recover just, I don't know, 5 or 6 of them because the rest disappear immediately. In here you can collect the 30 of them even. Apparently there is more sprite capacity on screen itself, so that allows you to recover most of your coins. I keep calling them coins, I'm sorry, but I know they are rings. Yeah, I have heard many complaints about the controls. Well, especially since many of the most recent Sonic fans, you know how they are. Sonic is about speed, it's about going fast all the time and blah blah blah. Yeah, it could be, you know, not as fast as you might expect or as you would like. Actually, I don't care about Sonic being super fast or not, I mean, but it gives the impression it is slower than Sonic in other games. That's something I do agree with. You can use that special power as well, it's another important difference. I think you started to use in Sonic Adventure, not sure, I'm not into the Sonic series 100%, and that was fucking weird. I was in midair, going to the giant ring, and it got me back. You know, he goes by himself, just like in Sonic 1. Give you a certain amount of time for you to ride the ring, but I was in midair and it didn't let me. That's fucking weird. It saves after each level, which is of course convenient, but taking into account, and this is one of the problems with this game, let's start describing one of these problems. Well, the many problems that I said the game had. The length, it's extremely short, it's too short, and probably the main criticism I give to this game, it's not the controls. For me the controls are fine, except for the spin dash, which doesn't provide as much speed as it should. Apparently you gain more speed by running only than using the spin dash, which is weird, kind of a contradiction, I don't know. And in terms of the levels themselves, as I was saying, it's too short, and also you cannot call Sonic 4 to a sequel, or you cannot pretend to have a sequel, and you are actually dealing with a remake of Sonic 1 and 2 with some few elements from Sonic 3. As you can tell in this level, we have the vines, which are something that you see usually in Angel Island from Sonic 3, the first zone. So yeah, it combines elements from the 3 Sonic games with some unique elements. It's undeniable, but still, you cannot call this a sequel, but mostly a remake. I mean, the name itself made me think, hey, finally some 2D Sonic game. Alright, I got to the end. This time I could ride the giant ring, so I will show you the bonus game, which of course will be very familiar to you, but there are cool differences, I could say. So back in the day when this game came out, I destroyed it through criticism, but there are positive elements, there are good ideas. For example, the bonus game here It's pretty much like the Sonic 1 bonus stage for you to get the Emerald thing. But the controls are different. You have to be... You move the stage, not Sonic, necessarily. It's very similar to this arcade game, I always forget the name. A type of arcade game that pretty much works in the exact same way. You have to be gathering seconds, and instead of course a rotating hedgehog, you have a ball. The game starts with the name, it starts with the letter C. I always forget the name of it. I will be doing a review of that game, but it's the exact same gameplay. It must have been taken from that particular game, because again, even if this resembles the Sonic 1 Emerald bonus thing, it's not the same. The controls work different, and it's actually very entertaining. It's less stressing than the actual Sonic 1 bonus game, I would say. Well, this time I could acquire the Chaos Emerald, and when you get a certain amount of rings, I will keep calling them coins, so I apologize if that happens. I get an extra life, as you can see. And if you notice in the previous levels, remember in Sonic 2, once you got, or every time you got 10,000 points, at the end of the level you were given a continue. Well, in this case you are not given a continue, but an extra life instead. Which is good enough anyway. I don't think you can get continues, but I mean, I consider it just fine, because you can save the game after you beat it every level, so every act, which is even more generous. So that's fine, to give you extra lives instead of just continues. And you can get quite a few lives in certain stages, you will see. So the third zone of the generic first, or the third act of the generic first zone, is a Sunset Hill area. Which attempts to introduce new things like these devices, which is kind of cool. But again, it's just a remix to me, to be honest, but with, of course, new elements that could have been used in a better way. Yeah, and the whole idea of dividing the Sonic 4 into episodes kinda doesn't make any sense to me either. Well, it is directly related to the length of the game itself. It's one of the things I criticized the most back in the day, but mostly the fact that they wanted us to believe this, or consider this a sequel. It's basically a remix. Well, the first stages will be obviously very easy to go through, very short. So in here, basically works like... No, it doesn't even work like a Sonic CD, because Sonic CD had 2 acts per zone, plus a third one which was the actual boss battle. But in here we have 3 actual acts. Well, now I am doing the bonus stage, but then I'll be fighting Robotnik, or Eggman as it is called on this version. I think I'm playing the American one anyway, and it was called Eggman anyway. I'm not gonna start distinguishing or trying to start discussions which have been over debated. And get some extra seconds here. And you need a certain amount of rings for you to get past that obstacle. It's a requirement. So there are interesting differences in, you know, comparing this with the original Sonic 1 bonus stage. Just the perspective and some of the few things are repeated, but in general... Oh, I fucked it up at the very end. But in general terms, that's good enough. I think by getting 50 rings, it's kind of surprising that I haven't said more coins yet. You get an extra life in this bonus game. So now we're gonna fight Showdown with Dr. Eggman. See? It was called Dr. Eggman here. which I always thought it was the Japanese name of it, of a Robotnik. I don't know, I'm confused by that. Not gonna lie. You should be able to hit him from the beginning, but you have to wait until he starts attacking for you to attack him back. Oh yeah, and certainly bosses are more difficult in this game. Because after you give him a certain amount of hits, he's going to change his attacks, like a desperation attack. I'm not sure what Sonic game started to introduce the whole idea of desperate attacks. Not on the classic one at least. He used to attack in the exact same way all the time until you beat him. But that sudden change would be confusing and of course stressing, and makes it more difficult, or at least let's call it challenging. Okay, that finishes the first zone of the game. You can choose actually any zone and act of the game. You can just choose to continue on by order, which way I'm going to do, but you can select other stages from other worlds. Well, we're gonna continue with the casino next time. Thanks a lot for watching.